Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome to United Fellowship Chapel. Let's have a few words. Mother, Father, God, we give thanks for your presence here today. We ask for your angelic intelligence and your resilience to circulate through each and every one. We ask for your limitless light of armor to be established in and around and through this building and on Zoom, and that only the highest and best will occur through our thoughts, words, and actions. And through those thoughts, words, and actions will direct us to a greater knowledge of our own self. So when we meet those on our passage, we have a better understanding of them. We give thanks for this day. Amen.
Amen.
Mary Francis is joining in. Welcome, Francis.
Hello, how are you?
Great. If you'll open up your program, on the left-hand side, we will read our invocation out loud. All-knowing, which art within us, hallowed be I am. Ignite our understanding that we are eternal spiritual beings with the power to create happiness, health, and wealth in our lives. Ignite our understanding that our choices belong to us and are the seeds that create our lives. Ignite forgiveness of self as we ignite forgiveness of others. We give thanks for the power and the glory of I am in all. Amen. So just take a moment and breathe in those words you just said and absorb. And now we'll read our affirmation out loud with vigor and excitement. I am that I am, the light of the living God, and therefore I am free and all-knowing. Ignite my soul with thy spirit, O God, I pray. On the right-hand side of the program, you'll see that we have events going on this next week. Monday at 12 o'clock, I have my Aramay Qigong. And Tuesday, we have self-realization, our staple class. That is our class that started everything. This week, 5 p.m., Kim will be going over power, Kim Van Deesel. And we also have on Fridays, Rama Ramu readings, and I will be doing readings at 1 p.m. Sign up for those in the back. There's something else. Oh, yes, Monday, we're having this coming Monday, the full moon cacao ceremony at 6:30 here in the back. We sit around a fire, and Rachel Mobley, she does that. So we do like a regression, and then we talk about it. It's a traditional cacao ceremony that we actually drink the cacao, and so it's a really neat little ceremony. Yeah. Yep, just come on down and join us. And we also have on Saturday, we do healing circles on the first Saturday of the month. Annie M. Arroyo, she is going to do ancestral ancient healing circle at 12 o'clock. So come join us then. And now's the time we'll have our healing meditation. It will be done by Reverend Michael.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Close your eyes and be in a relaxed position. Let your body go limp. As you breathe out, let go of any thoughts. Let go of any stress. Let go of any tension. Your body and mind are now in a relaxed state. Imagine you are so relaxed and so light. You are floating on the breeze, on the beach, above the shoreline. As you breathe in, imagine you are breathing in the light and love of God into every cell of your being. You are now protected with the light and love of God's energy. Feel this energy in every cell of your being. You are God's light and love. Own this light and love because you are God's light and God's love. Now breathe in, and as you breathe out, make the Om sound. As you breathe out again with the Om sound, feel that sound vibration in every cell of your being. Once more, breathe out with the Om sound, imagining you have become this Om sound vibration as you resonate with this sound vibration harmoniously. Now breathe gently and relaxed, and as you breathe in and out, silently imagine this Om vibration and God's light and love energy being infused into the pituitary and pineal glands and the spinal cord. Now the spinal cord, the pituitary and pineal glands are vibrantly energized and brightly illuminated. Now silently imagine this Om vibration and God's light and love energy being infused into the root chakra at the base of the spine. Now the root chakra is vibrantly energized and brightly illuminated. Now silently imagine this Om vibration and God's light and love energy being infused into the splenic chakra at the spleen. Now the splenic chakra is vibrantly energized and brightly illuminated. Now silently imagine this Om vibration and God's light and love energy being infused into the navel chakra at the navel. Now the navel chakra is vibrantly energized and brightly illuminated. Now silently imagine this Om vibration and God's light and love energy being infused into the heart chakra over the heart. Now the heart chakra is vibrantly energized and brightly illuminated. Now silently imagine this Om vibration and God's light and love energy being infused into the throat chakra at the front of the throat. Now the throat chakra is vibrantly energized and brightly illuminated. Now silently imagine this Om vibration and God's light and love energy being infused into the brow chakra at the space between the eyebrows. Now the brow chakra is vibrantly energized and brightly illuminated. Now silently imagine this Om vibration and God's light and love energy being infused into the crown chakra at the top of the head. Now the crown chakra is vibrantly energized and brightly illuminated. And now the pituitary and pineal glands and the spinal cord and all the chakras are vibrantly energized and brightly illuminated all at once. Now you feel and are this Om vibration, and you feel and are God's light and love. As I leave you in this state of being, you may remain feeling this vibrant energy and bright illumination all at once in the pituitary and pineal glands and spinal cord and all the chakras. Or you may visit each of them individually, or feel something else like peace, bliss, and harmony. are coming back, retaining the protection of God's light and love and the energy you created, which you may create and have at any time. When you are back, open your eyes.
Thank you, Reverend Michael. That was lovely. Before I announce our speaker today, seminar, I just wanted to announce Frances that is coming on Zoom. Frances, you wave. She's Reverend Frances. So now our speaker today, our speaker is one that is in our seminary. She is making waves and growing. Her seeds are healthy. She's cultivating. She's doing marvelous things. Kim Van Deesel.
Thank you, Reverend Angie. And thank you, Reverend Michael, for that relaxing meditation as well. So today I'm going to be sharing with you understanding, which is one of the 12 powers. You can also think of understanding as what Oprah calls as her aha moments, where all the pieces come together and you experience a type of shift, a moment of sudden inspiration, insight, recognition, or comprehension. It is kind of a light bulb, like a bing, bing, bing moment when which all the little hairs on your arms start to stand up. And I'm sure many of you have probably experienced that aha moment. The following is an example of Meg Seelig, who writes about her aha moment of gaining understanding on a specific matter. That idea that I could actually change my thoughts was my aha moment. Prior to that moment, I believed that your thoughts were just your thoughts, and that there wasn't much that you could do about that. The concept of catching your thoughts, challenging them, and then changing them was a revelation. More recently, I've learned that bringing mindful awareness to a passing parade of my thoughts, noticing when my thoughts might cause me to suffer, and talking to myself with kindness can be particularly helpful and healing. Now you might think, how can we define understanding? Understanding is the ability to know, perceive, and apprehend. Wisdom by itself is not understanding. Wisdom knows, understanding knows why. Knowing why something is the way it is understanding. The power is located at the front of the brain. The disciple Thomas represents the power of understanding. He represents the ability to see beyond appearances to reality. Thomas did not display blind faith, but he tried to gain understanding by questioning what he heard and he saw, thus trying to place a solid foundation on which to build his faith. To gain understanding, one can develop the ability to question, to listen to the answers, to think and make deductions, to draw conclusions, and then to learn. One can strive to attain spiritual understanding. The development of this power to its fullest potential is not an automatic process, and neither is it guaranteed that one will ever attain it. As Charles Fillmore emphasizes in his book, The 12 Powers, if we do not look for it, we will never find it. If we do not ask for it, we will never receive it. So today I'm going to share a personal experience with my experience of understanding. It was 6 a.m., eager, sweaty, and far fatter than I ever thought I'd be. He was here, 2 hours old, already napping. My little man was here, cozy in my arms, and I couldn't stop staring at this miniature perfection. He was so fresh and tiny, and I just sat there, fixated, watching him calmly breathe and looking at his tiny toes and his tiny fingers. And anxiously, I waited for that shift. You know, the shift, the parent shift, the moment where everything changes and you're supposed to be wise, efficient, multitasking, and you just gaze. And I waited, and I waited. But the hearts were shining in my eyes straight towards him. But the strange sense of panic was starting to step in me. Nothing will be the same again, people would tell me over and over, yet I felt exactly the same. I'm still the same old Kim, but now I just have a baby. Okay, so I knew this mystical transformation to parenthood wouldn't happen instantly, but I did expect some sort of acknowledgement from my brain that was going to light up like a Christmas tree on what to do next. Instant bonding, sudden mommy intuition, phenomenal parental powers, didn't happen. What I did learn is we are all a work in progress. It can be easy to assume that your job as a parent is to take this clay form of a baby, mold it into a young adult that you see fit, one with good table manners and this remarkable degree. Ta-da! Parenthood is done. But if you go about it that way, you're actually missing the point, and a lot of fun too. Kids are obviously a work in progress, but then again, so are we. In fact, one of the more effective methods of parenting is trying to discover the world with them. Gain understanding by looking at the world through their lens, rather than exclusively imparting them with the small lens that you've been looking through. It's a humbling pill to swallow, but watching your kid grow is a constant reminder of how much we as adults are constantly growing too. A friend of mine once shared with me that my parenting skills would grow as my child grew. We kind of grow into each other's needs, and boy, was she right about that. And when you start thinking about it that way, how everyone at any age is slowly uncovering the world at their own pace, it is so true. We're all working on ourselves, one step at a time. Of course, we know that change is ongoing and nothing is permanent. But somewhere in the thick of all the changing weather of parenthood, we become wiser, more efficient, and multitask beings. In conclusion, on how I related this to understanding. My own experience of raising boys have helped me differentiate between those things you know intuitively, like the example of strong feeling to protect and nurture, and the knowledge that could only be gained through experience, experimenting, questioning, learning, and ultimately understanding. Creation is a female aspect, and understanding is through the feminine realm of the soul. This is why, as a mother, I have found that the parenting example of understanding was especially relevant. There are tools that can help strive to building understanding. One tool that I'd like to share is meditation and prayer. It is a good way to build the power of understanding. Understanding is developed through prayer and silent meditation. When one is quiet, one has the ability to attune themselves with the material and spiritual realms, which are experience of this life and other lifetimes that we have lived. Tool 2 is the method of interaction with others. Every day, we are met with opportunities to understand more. Do you choose to take those? We have a worldview. Those views are influenced by our country of origin, our gender, our life story, religion, education, economic status, and the list just goes on and on. We tend to gravitate toward the people who share similar worldviews with. It's easier to understand those who are like us, and therefore easier to love them. Then there are those relationships and situations where we bump up against each other's viewpoints, informed by different set of influences than our own. We can make up many stories based on limited external information. Our call is to go deeper. The more we understand, the more we can feel the love that connects us all. There are many ways to inquire and develop understanding and ultimately love. When you are seeking to build understanding, the most important starting point is to be pure in your intention. Start with the awareness that this is the soul and human form start with the awareness that this is a soul in human form that has a story with hopes, dreams, challenges, and struggles. When you start with that, you start from a place of connection with them that is beyond personal beliefs. Then be curious. Ask the questions. Ask questions in a welcoming way, open tone, welcoming because you want to be invited into their world, open because there's room in your awareness for what they have to share. There you can ask, will you please tell me more? The more curious we are, the more we can stay open to viewpoints outside our own worldview, ultimately building understanding and the ability to love. Finally, in all the humankind, there is a knowing capacity that transcends intellectual knowledge. Each one of us has that potential to achieve that level of intuitive spiritual understanding. But first, it's a good idea to desire it. Desire is a worthy destination. Then we have to take action to accomplish it. We can never find it unless we consciously look for it. And until we begin looking for it, we will continue to demonstrate that flawed understanding of its creative power. The past reminds us of the painful truths. It contains mistakes to void. The past also provides memories of alternative ways of doing things. That can be the basis of self-understanding. Thank you.
Thank you, Kim. Now's the time we'll do our love offering and place it between our hands and give it a blessing before we do. For those on Zoom who'd like to donate, go to unitedfellowshipchapel.org. Mother, Father God, as we place between our hands that which you have ignited, we give to the source that what you have given to put into effect the law of tenfold return to those who give freely and from the heart. Amen. We put it up here in the front now. So if you just go one by one, we'll keep our. And now's the time we'll do our messages. Our mediums, when they come to you, your clear and strong voice says yes, which will link the interlinking connection with spirit. Our first medium is Roberta. Roberta, will you give one message, please?
Yes, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Reverend Marcia, may I come to you, please?
Yes, please.
Reverend Marcia, I have the strong presence of what I feel is your grandfather coming through. And as I say that, I also feel a grandmother presence come with, almost as if to say, I'm here too. He comes forward. I also I'm hearing love bug. I'm not sure if that's a term of endearment for you, but they're saying it, he's saying it. So I want to share that with you. He's showing me a prism. That light is going forward, and he's dangling it in front of me, and I see light going through it. It's directing my attention to a doorway, and I feel this is the energy of a new opportunity that's coming your way, and your grandfather wants to highlight this for you. There's light coming from the other side of the doorway, so there's definitely an opportunity that's coming forward. And as I see it, I see this light that is coming through this prism. And he's talking about the light being you. He's talking about the light being you, all the different dimensions of it, all the different colors that come through it, how you can spin it and it changes and it's never quite the same. He wants to impress this upon you. There's this feeling of gosh, just this multi-dimensional. I see it moving and spinning and changing shape and form, and it's highlighting this new door, this opportunity that's coming forward for you. This message is coming forward with a lot of love, a lot of just really strong, beautiful energy. I feel a lot of pride as well, but there's something about these colors, and he says you can think of him with it, but he'd rather you think of you when you see a prism and when you see that rainbow light going across any sort of light or any sort of surface. It's a reminder of how beautiful you are. He says that. So, and I'll leave that with you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Roberta. Our next medium will be Leslie. Will you give one message, please?
Yes, certainly. Reverend Michael, may I come to you, please?
Yes, please.
Excellent. Reverend Michael, as I come to you today, I'm seeing a lot of spring metaphors. I'm seeing a lot of kind of growth, and some of the growth is slow, and some of it's almost Spirit wants me to look at some trees with you. They're just kind of old and slow, and sometimes it's easy to get frustrated that things aren't going the way you're hoping, and that Spirit is looking for you to actually take those trees that are growing slowly and trim them back and shape them up to how you want them to be, because that's going to be your true growth, is with guidance from you and with your knowledge. Yeah, and I'll leave that with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Leslie. Our next medium will be Rachel. Will you give one, please? One message.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Leslie, may I come to you?
Yes, please.
So there's this dance that's calling out to you. It's a foxtrot. And the foxtrot is a very fun, kind of jovial dance that people do. It's definitely a social aspect. It's done with a partner, and this could be somebody close to you or an aspect of yourself that this is happening with. It's a call to be free in your movements and in yourself, to be light on your feet, and to just think of things in a more fun and elevated aspect. Things don't always have to be so serious all the time. And I leave that with you.
Thank you, Rachel.
Thank you, Rachel. Our next medium will be Aaron. Aaron, will you give one message, please?
Yes. Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Kim, may I come to you?
Yes, you may. Thank you.
All righty, Kim. There's it's like a medieval kind of style celebration going on. I can see the little stadium set up, and the jousting, posts that would be between the individuals who came in, and I see the banners flying, and these things were all held in honor of an individual, and to me this is Spirit's way of kind of honoring you, so to speak, for what you've done and also where you're going, and it's joyous and representative of their happiness with you, and I leave that with you.
Thank you, Aaron.
Thank you, Aaron. Our next medium will be Sabine. Sabine, will you give one message, please?
Yes. Jennifer, may I come to you?
Yes, you are welcome.
Hi, Jennifer. As I come into your presence, I am being shown a cactus, and they remind me of such, well, not only strength, but also such beauty when they have the most beautiful flowers. They remind me of endurance and being adaptable and surviving in strong, under strong conditions. And they have that hard shell and, all the prickly things on the outside. But inside, they're so alive. There's so much water. There's so much beauty. There's so much knowledge on how to survive and how to make it through harsh times. And so this message is to remind you that you too are a cactus, and that you have all that strength within, all that beauty, and all these resources to make it through difficult situations or times and harsh conditions sometimes. So that is my message to you, and I leave that with you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Sabine.
You're welcome.
Our next medium will be Kim. Kim, will you give 2 messages?
Yeah. Rachel, may I come to you?
Yes, please.
Rachel, I'm seeing with you, it's like a dirt road, and Spirit is saying to follow your instinct. A lot of hard work is going to be required of you to do this, and you even could be rekindling a relationship or someone from your past that may be coming forward, and they're coming back into your life. And I see like this fork in the road too, and it's you need to make a decision with some choices, and you have that will to dictate what direction you're gonna go in. So just drive on this road. Just be alone in your thoughts and think of all the different ways that you could go. Which direction works best for you? Do this for you. And notice how those thoughts are making you feel. Talk to your guides. Talk to them. Get those answers through your guides on that quiet time. And then you go with your instinct and you'll know the right answer. And I leave that with you.
Thank you.
Aaron, can I come to you?
Yes, please.
Aaron, I'm seeing like a boomerang, and it's like where you're standing from, you throw it and it keeps coming back to you, and it's somehow it reflects maybe some old habits that you have, and maybe it's something from your past that you see yourself doing these things again and again that you thought you wouldn't, but it's just a reminder maybe not to throw the boomerang. So take a current situation that you're in now, and does it keep coming back to you? And also I'm seeing like a yo-yo, you know how you put that on your finger and you throw it down and whoop, it comes right back up. So just throw it down and just try something totally different. Perhaps put that yo-yo away, put the boomerang away, and you know what makes you feel good. So you no longer have to keep doing that same motion, like the up and down, the repeating. You don't have to do that anymore. Kind of expand yourself. And I'm just even thinking of different toys, maybe even from your youth. So it keeps coming back to me like a boomerang and a yo-yo. Maybe why don't we try with the Frisbee, because then you're in control of that Frisbee. You like can throw it. You want to play with someone, they can throw it back. And I just keep seeing this, and like you don't have to do that. You can constantly continue to do something else. And your growth that you're going through now is just these opportunities are all around you. And just pay attention to the signs. And I leave that with you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kim. Our next meeting will be Jennifer. Will you give 1 message, please?
Yes. Reverend Francis, may I come to you?
Yes, thank you.
Reverend Francis, as I come into your presence, there is this, it's a big bear. I see this bear, and Spirit is showing me there, through this bear, there is that strength, and there is that wisdom, and there is that power and protection. Spirit is showing me, Reverend Francis, that all of this is surrounding you right now. If you have this feeling of maybe insecurity, think of this bear. Think of this bear and know that that wisdom, the intelligence, the power, and the strength, that is there for you always. And you can just wrap yourself in that in times of when you are unsure or uncertain. And you can ignite within you that inner strength from the image of this power, and the strength from the image of this bear. And I leave that with you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jennifer. Reverend Francis, would you give one message today?
Okay. Haven't done this in a while. Namaste. Sabine, may I come to you? Is that how you say your name?
Yes, I got it right. Yes, please.
Okay, thank you. I'm working with my guide and my teacher, and they're bringing to me this beautiful view with a stream running through it. And in the stream of the emotions, they're saying when you become emotional, just relax into it and go with the flow. Don't try going backwards. Don't try going up the stream. See, the emotions are either have been, tested just lately, or they might be very soon. But they're saying, just breathe, go with the flow, and you will find the way very easily to the answer of your question. So blessings from these people. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Francis. Our next medium will be Reverend Marshall. We give 2 messages, please.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Roberta, may I come to you?
Yes, thank you.
Roberta, as I connect with your energy, what I'm feeling I'm getting a feeling. It's a couple of things coming at the same time, so I'm putting it together. I'm feeling a reaching out, and with this, I'm also feeling, don't take on more responsibility than belongs to you. Only take on that responsibility that belongs to you. So it feels like there's someone that you want to reach out to, and do that, but do that with wisdom and discernment, and it'll go really, really well. And yeah, and I'd like to leave that with you. God bless you.
Thank you very much.
Reverend David, may I come to you? You do. Reverend David, as I connect with your energy, what I'm feeling, I'm getting a feeling of it's like a lot of thinking going on, and it feels like new ideas, but it's like an addition to some of the more established teachings and ideas that you already do. But then there's like a gentle nudging that gives you a few different words that creates an aha moment for some people that just need to hear it, the same thing, but a tiny bit differently. And those new words are going to be coming to you, and it very gently, and it'll be a really good result. And I'd like to leave that with you. God bless you.
Thank you. Now we understand the thought today.
Thank you, Reverend Marsha. Our next medium will be Reverend Ernestina. Oh, my apologies. Two. Reverend Blanca, may I come to you? Yes, welcome. As I come to your presence today, Blanca, I see you in the kitchen. You're very busy involved with your, I don't know whether it's baking or cooking something, but the aroma is wonderful. And it's like every time you take this breath, you can smell that wonderful creation. And what I'm being told is that this natural creation is within you at all times, whether it's in baking, cooking, being around people. And it is a wonderful blessing, and I leave that with you. God bless. Thank you. Stuart, may I come to you?
Yes.
As I come to your presence today, Stuart, I see you very busy in a form of exercise. I'm not quite sure exactly what it is. It looks more like walking. And the reason I say walking is because in that process of walking and taking those steps, it actually becomes a form of quiet meditation for you. And as you pay more attention to that, you can actually sense and feel that inner strength within you. And the more you walk and the more you pay attention to it, and then you get into this understanding that we were talking, that our lesson was about today, it all comes together in a very positive manner for you. And it's all within you. Pay attention to that walking, and I leave that with you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Reverend Ernestina. You're welcome. Our next medium will be Reverend David. Two, please.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Reverend Angie, may I come to you?
Yes, thank you.
You know, as I come into your presence today, I see the symbol of order, and as order moves along, it's also adjusting, and know that there's an adjusting going on here, and I keep on seeing, I'm giving you this message, the pyramid, you know, they really want you to concentrate on the pyramid this upcoming week, and there's an adjustment that's going to go on there, and there's a communication in there that's going to be very beneficial for you. And I'll leave it with you, and God bless you.
Thank you.
Reverend Ernestina, may I come to you?
Yes, welcome.
Now, Reverend Ernestina, as I come into your presence today, I see an opportunity for you to move beyond what you've been living in your life, and there's going to be some words that are going to be igniting within you that you're not familiar with, and it's important to say those words, and it's going to help you to move beyond the beliefs that have been taught to you erroneously, and at first you're going to shake your head, but don't stop shaking your head and act on them, and you feel much more freer and much more comfortable in your progression. I'll leave that with you, and God bless you.
Thank you.
And thank you, Francis, for coming here. Right? I think I've known Francis longer than I know anybody else.
Thank you, Reverend David. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Reverend Marsha, may I come to you?
I've actually already had a message, but
I did not mark that. I apologize. Thank you very much. Jackie, may I come to you? Thank you. So now I'm seeing you on the outside of your house. You did all the inside and now you're on the outside and you're like, oh. However, you're gonna, as you sit outside in the early morning, sit outside and just meditate out there, because the universe is gonna tell you exactly what to do there. It's just small things. It's not a complete overhaul. You'll get it. You'll start driving by certain places and you'll think, oh, I'm supposed to go there. Go there. Go there. You're going to get a lot of information from the people at those places, and you'll just start to find your way. And it's very simple. It's not like the big kitchen scenario. So I'll leave that with you. Blessings to you. Alexander, may I come to you?
Man, thank you.
So I'm seeing you in this place of books. It's not a library, and it's much larger than just a library. It's like a college, a university, and Spirit here is saying, go there, just show up, go there. There's something there for you that you're going to realize, self-realize. It's You're ready for this. You're ready for it. You're going to pick this book out. It's going to be really thick, and it's going to tell you exactly what you need to do next. Go there and show up. And I leave that with you. Blessings to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I want to thank each and every one of you for all being here today at our service. We will sing Let There Be Love without music. And so for those of you on Zoom, if you could just mute your computers and we'll get started. All right. Go ahead and stand up, please, everyone. We used to hold hands, but you know how it goes. Let there be love on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be love on earth, a love that was meant to be. With God as our showing, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let love begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow. To take each moment and live each moment in love eternally. Let there be love on earth, and let it begin with me. Mother, Father God, we give gratitude and thanks for this beautiful day. We ask for your infinite light of protection to be with us and through us as we go on our path. So when we meet those on our passage, we share the love that is so abundant. We give thanks for this day. Amen. Amen. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.